Okay, so this is a 360 camera. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Roll the intro! Welcome to DownieLive. I'm Michael, and today we're finding out if you can vlog on a 360 camera, particularly the Insta360 One X. So, before we use this thing, I want to show you what it is. It is the Insta360 One X, which has a 180-degree lens on both sides of the camera, and internally it stitches it together. It also has a little LED screen here on the front, so you know what setting you're in. You can change your settings, you can format it, you can do pretty much everything you need to do from there, or you can sync it to your phone via Wi-Fi to see what you're looking at. Okay, I think we should switch to this camera now. Okay, so I want to know, is it going to change the way we see the world? And is it possible to vlog on these? Could it replace this? Let's find out. So the first thing you need to know about is it comes with this invisible selfie stick. Now clearly you can see it, it's not invisible, but when I screw it into the bottom of the camera, it becomes invisible. Designed and programmed to come with the 360, so now that I'm holding it, you can see that my hand is holding something, but you can't see what it is. I like that the camera looks like it's floating, but you can tell there's a camera there because of my shadow right down here. Or your shadow, really. It almost looks like a drone's following me around. And yet, it looks like I'm standing alone. Well, I am alone. I'm just holding a pole. So I would say the invisible selfie stick makes it pretty good for vlogging, but how's the audio? This is what you get. It sounds very empty, some would say a little tinny, it lacks bass, it lacks full volume. I mean, it's fine, it works. It's definitely not going to replace the audio I get from this, and it doesn't have an audio jack, so I don't have the option of putting one of these on it. Well, now the ducks get loud. Well, that was cool. Okay, let's talk about stability. It has an internal gyroscope to stabilize the video footage. So as I'm running, what would normally be very shaky, very up and down, is actually coming out very smooth, considering the circumstance. Now you can't see if you pull out a bit, show my hand. I'm trying to move my hand very little. In fact, let's go like this and see my hand is moving up and down, adjusting the camera now, and it's still quite stable. Whew. The beauty of this camera is it shows what's ahead of you and what's behind. In fact, it can zoom out wide to show the whole space here, going through things, or come back in close. It's really dynamic, surprisingly dynamic. Man. Yeah, it is. So one of the downsides of the camera is it films in 360, which is what we want it to do, but that means a lot more editing afterwards because I need to pick from all of the directions what I want to show you at that time. Now with that comes some benefits. I can show it to you wide, I can have it zoom in, or I can tell you you're looking at me, but now I want the camera to spin so you're looking at the pond. I do have a lot of options, which is a pro, but it means there's a lot more work in editing to do, which is a con. So take it with a grain of salt. Also, if you want to see behind the scenes stuff and my stories, what I get up to, and photos from this thing, make sure to follow me on Instagram at DownieLive as well. So one of the benefits of this camera is the size. I can fit it into this flower bed, put it onto a wide angle, show me talking to you, and still see all of these flowers. It really opens up a lot of possibilities on how this camera can be used. Now, one area where I think you have to be cautious is how much you use the wide angle or the tiny planet like you're seeing right now, or even flatter, but really where it makes the sides fly past you, depending on how you've orientated the video to look, can be really nauseating. It could just make people feel sick, and you don't want that when they're watching your video. So try and be gentle, try and keep it flat as if you're vlogging on a normal camera, and just every now and then use the ability to showcase your surroundings by going wide, like this. Well, it's pretty neat. And all of this with just one camera. See, normally I'd have to have two cameras, one on me getting my reaction and one on the flower. But in fact, I can put the camera between myself and the flower and either spin it around to show what I'm looking at or go wide to show you all of it. Again, as you can see, it can be disorientating, so just use this cautiously. I'm overdoing it for effect just so you can see what the camera can do. Is that too close to the nose? I think it was. So for me, the lack of external microphone and the inability to change lenses or have a zoom on this means I'm not going to use it as my primary vlogger. But with that being said, I think it's phenomenal for doing B-roll. To show how fast and easy this can make great B-roll, I've actually worn my favorite pair of shoes. They're called Allbirds, and they're made with all natural wool. So I'm going to make them the center, the showcase, the focus of my B-roll here. Let's get to it. If you're curious about the camera at all, I have linked it down below, so you can go check it out, see what the price is, see if it's right for you. Also, I've linked to the Allbirds shoes I'm wearing. This video isn't sponsored by them. I just love these shoes. Thought you should know about them because they're 100% wool. They're so comfortable. Look at this. I never wear shoes without socks, but I am here because they're just that comfortable. And because it's all made of natural fibers, when they get dirty, simply throw them in the washing machine. Like everything, it has its pros and its cons. I think it still struggles in bright light, transferring into dark light. So I think the 360 camera has some room to grow, but it's moving in the right direction. So while right now the cons include poor audio, and I think the low light quality isn't quite there yet. One thing I should mention about this camera is there is a little bit of lens blur where it stitches the two images together. So I'm talking to you straight on right now, but as I rotate the camera so that it's to the sides and I'm right where this side connects with this side, there's a bit of a blur segment here. So when you're filming up close on things and you're moving the camera, it can get annoying. So you just want to be aware to film with the camera flat to you. So what do I think? Well, I think the low light quality isn't quite there yet. They're only going to get better as they continue to come out, but I do think there's a huge opportunity in gaining new perspectives, new ways we shoot video. It makes it so much faster and easier for me to just shoot it once, capture everything, and then go through it all in post-production. Do I think I want to vlog on it all the time? No, but it's definitely going in the tool bag and probably being used frequently. But seriously, what do you think? Has this been nauseating for you? Do you feel sick after seeing all the warping? Or do you think this is going to be viable and you'd like to see more of the 360 in my videos in the future? Anyway, I'm Michael, an adventure vlogger based here in Canada, in Vancouver specifically. I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. So subscribe by clicking on my face right there, and you can watch the next video right there. See ya.